Alright, what is going on guys? Welcome back to a new video, and today I'm going to be talking about the new meta in Season 5, all the changes and everything that has happened. And yeah, let's get right into it. So first of all, let's talk about the things that have been vaulted and put back in the game. The TAC charges, but they vaulted the white ones, which is good. Tactical ARs, P90s, SMGs, double barrel shotguns, dragon breath shotguns, exotic guns, and 0 point fish and rift which we'll talk about later. So from that, you can see the dragon breath shotgun, which is new. I don't like it. Some people like it. Extrovert likes it. If you guys know him, then good. If you don't, then whatever. And the things that have been vaulted are the pumps, crash pads, combat shotguns, burst ARs, which I'm really happy about, LMGs, revolvers, fire traps, and tactical SMGs. I am so happy about those changes. Let's also talk about some of the map changes. There are a couple new points. So there's Tilted, which is mixed in with Salty. There's also the Colosseum, which is just up from the 0 point. You have the Hunter's Haven, and then the new Weeping Woods. And behind that, you have Greasy Grove, and you also have Tomato Town, which is near where not Fatal Frenzy used to be. And there's also the Viking Village on top of the Megastore, where you can get a free P90, and I'll be making a drops video on that later, so stay tuned, guys. Yeah, so that's pretty much all the map changes and some of the things that are in and out. So I won't be talking about the shotgun meta and the meta in a bit, but for now, let's talk about the Mandalorian, which is these are the two not legendary mythics that you can get. So you can get the sniper rifle, which it has a thermal scope, a bit like better than thermal AR, like the thermal fish, but you don't have it the whole time. It's just when you're scoped in, which is very good because you can predict peaks, because you can see them through walls, which is kind of good. The jetpack, it recharges so that you don't need fuel, it doesn't break, which is very good. The jetpack, yeah, and pretty much you can't no scope with the new sniper. It actually does a melee attack, which does 45 to players and 110 to builds. You can get into boxes with it. So around the 0 point, you have these 0 point crystals, which you can use to get into boxes, teleport, and you can avoid fall damage with it. You just have to time it right, which you can also do that with the sniper rifle with the melee attack, which is very. Alright, so the big question is, what should we be using, tax or charges? So I know it's Jerry made a video on it, Rice Hub made a video on it, you guys can check that in the description. I'll link both of their channels there. But they both said, both of them are very good that you can use, but what you can see from Season 3, Chapter 2, is that people decided that the tax were better for scrims because of the lag and latency, it was better, but both are generally very good. Um, the pumps are better, but I think this is a more balanced season, and you can actually have choices in shotguns. So, because for scrims and latency in this channel is more towards people who are competitive or trying to get into competitive, we're going to talk about the tax and then maybe some tips on the charges later. Let's get into the tactics. Let's go. So guys, with attack, it's very important to make sure that you're always using your body movement and never taking 50-50s. As you can see from this clip here, he was using movement to make sure that he was hitting the shots and making sure that it wasn't 50-50, using the staircase to block his opponent's damage. And when you're using attack, it's quite important because sometimes it does do low damage, which we'll talk about later. But guys, very important there, make sure that you're not taking 50-50s with attack, it's not useful. So guys, here is another clip where you can see movement being used. This is the same one as you can see in slow motion. Even if he misses, he's always got the advantage in here. You can see his movement, he crouches, he hits the first shot. So now you can see it's no longer a 50-50 and he has won the fight except if he misses his two next shots. So he dodges the bullet and goes back to it, which is very important. I want you guys to realize that movement is everything in this game. So let's go on to the next clip. As we see in the next clip here, he does take a 50-50, but because he did 80 damage before, we can be sure, even he nearly lost that fight, by the way, guys, because he missed his first shot. So when you're going for a 50-50, you want to make sure that you have pre-damage done and you have more HP than he does, preferably 50 to 80 more HP than he does before you take a 50-50. And when you do, use your movement, use everything you know from this video to dodge those things. Okay, here I'm going to show you guys the attack. Alright guys, so as you can see I'm hitting 24 by just hitting the side of the person constantly, so stop complaining that you're not hitting your shots. It's the same from the bottom, you're the one messing up, not me. So, not the game. And now, if you shoot from the middle, as you can see I haven't moved, it's just from the middle, you do so much more damage. So stop complaining and start hitting the middle of the person. Now let's move on to charges. Alright guys, as we start to wrap up the video, I just want to say, when you're using a charge, you need to make sure that you're getting the right hand peaks the whole time, and if you are under pressure, just charge it up. People will often give up. The charges, you should only, I would say they're very decent in arena games, public matches, but the second you go into competitive, I would recommend using a tac, even though it sometimes lets you down, as I showed before, it is just better, and because I showed you guys how to use it, that, yeah. And next video I'm going to do an arena guide on how to get to Champions League. I'm already at 4,000 points and I've only played 5 hours, so I should be able to get to champs anytime soon. So if you guys need help getting to champs, just DM me and I can get you guys some arena points and play with you guys. So honestly, I think that wraps up the video. If you guys want to see the next video on how to get to Champions League, then smash that like button and I'll be making it maybe today, maybe tomorrow. Enjoy, guys. Have a great rest of your day. Like and subscribe if you really liked it. Have Alright, guys. So I did forget one thing, and that's the rift fish and the 0 point fish. So I'm just gonna quickly. So you get this from fishing. This is why fishing is the meta, because rifts, if you guys know from past seasons, are the most OP thing. Like, you can gain height as quick as you can, so I really recommend picking this fish up. I'll be making 2 more videos about tips and tricks in the future. So here I'm just showing you guys the difference between the two fish. And after that, yeah, it's the end of the video. So thank you guys so much for watching. I said this before, peace and enjoy.